first of all, it gave me confidence because I survived, many different problems and learned all kinds of makeup and became recognized for that. So naturally, the more knowledge you acquire, the more capable you feel of solving more problems and continuing and doing good work. That, to me, a person with a terrible inferiority complex was in itself a miracle. And I truly did learn a hell of a lot from all those experiences. I probably did, in my 14 years with NBC, I probably worked on more dramas, did more character makeups than I did in my whole movie career. And they were done fast. There were never any makeup tests. I mean, I just created the stuff, put it on, it went on camera. Entirely different from the kind of work that we do in films. So that was what I got out of it, and I did indeed teach myself a hell of a lot of makeup techniques as they were at the time. And I had and the knowledge was a broad knowledge, encompassing all areas of makeup. So when I got into films were for me not so much they were a learning process, but they're a refining process. In other words, I had techniques which in some cases were perhaps a little on the rough side. My years in films allowed me the luxury of repeating and repeating and refining and finding little things to improve more than big things. I mean, I had all the fundamentals, and this was a refining process largely. It also became, in later years, from the 70s on, in my last 20 years or so, it became a new creative era for me and everyone else in the so-called special makeup effects. This is a whole new profession. This was not what makeup artists did in all the previous 50 years.
Your work in TV prepare you for that?
In a way, yes. Because you had to be quick on your feet, so to speak. You had to find quick answers. Even if they weren't terribly complex as they later became, they were still answers. So you had to somehow deal with all these things, get these things done, organize your work, and survive.
You had a chance to be in the ground floor of something when it was just beginning.
Oh, it was a godsend. It was the ground floor, and I don't imagine anyone will have be able to experience something like that again. If I started today, in all honesty, if I was a young person today with what I had, let's not even say the crude knowledge I had from doing monster makeups, if I were living today, I would know much more as a teenager because I would have had the benefit of all the magazines that are out there, all the articles, all the other stuff from which young people are learning today. And already, gosh, at 16, maybe doing foam latex appliances at a professional level. So let's say I was one of those. I don't think I would become the legendary Dick Smith. I wouldn't have a prayer against, not a prayer, I would be one of the top makeup artists because I would work very hard and drive myself. But my basic talents, artistic talents, are not as great as Rick Baker's and many other makeup artists in Hollywood that I could name. So I would become one of a bunch instead of being the big fish in the little puddle.